Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. Today I have the pleasure to introduce you to OB-X3 from discoDSP. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, if you want to bring that vintage sound on your tracks, well, there's nothing better than this latest edition of OB-X3 on iPad from discoDSP. So based on the OB-X, which is fantastic, and as you can see, the interface is really great and really straightforward to use. You can see it is inside the AUM, so AUv3, but it works also as a standalone. So let's have a listen. Really great sound. Here you have the selection here with different groups, which you can select between so many different presets. Look here. And of course, there is space as well for more. Click on this here, you change all the different categories. You can go to ARP, for example, and there you go. You can choose different ones as well. Such a great rich sound, really. So here arrow to move left and right, so to move between presets. And you have such rich number of presets, really. It's really amazing. Yes, also this voice variation, if you want to add that instability, typical of analog synth, so you can do that, and you can do this, for example, for 8 different voices. You have filter compensation, filter slope, glide slope, and envelope slope as well, which is great. You can hear that we have a little bit of portamento here, or glide, you can set it here, right? There's a bit of spread as well to get that variability. A really long attack here. Okay, you can see here the envelope and the ADSR, attack decay sustain release. You can see the attack is quite high. You can see also the option here to set it to a logarithmic or linear as it responds from an attack point of view. Really great sound when it comes to actually creating maybe even some drones. You can set different legato modes here, which is great, including a retriggering option as well. Here is where you can set a number of voices as well if you want to increase them. But you can also have unison here, and you can establish up to 16 voices, which is great. Always great to try something, plug sounds like vibes and bells. Oh, this sounds absolutely amazing. Up here you have a filter envelope section. Again, you have your attack with also changing the curvature here for the attack. You can also invert it, which is really great. And then, of course, on the left-hand side here, you have your filter. You can set up your cutoff resonance, the envelope amount as well here. You can do key tracking, which has been enhanced. You can change the type of filter here and further addition options there. If you click here on menu, you have access to reset the preset, rename them, save them, save preset to different banks, your categories. And then down here on file, for example, you can import, export presets, the same on bank, or you can create a new bank, okay? And then you have, of course, option for your MIDI in and MIDI out. Now, if you disable here disk, you go back here, you can see at the very bottom an SFM, which I created as an additional one. And then here is blank because it's new, and therefore I have a init preset. And of course, that means that I now can play with the controls. You can do adjustment on volume, fine, and coarse, further adjustment. As I mentioned here, you can change to unison, decide how many voice you want there. Or not unison. You can act on spread. Okay, perfect. Let's just set these to 1. Here you can change the overall set of voices, as I mentioned, legato mode. You have oversampling as well, twice or 4 times, which is great. You can do change the voice allocation mode to the lowest note or the last one. Of course, you can do learn for your MIDI mapping as well. This is the oscillator section. So this is where you can adjust further oscillator 1 and 2. You can also do pulse width as well, modulation, or change the pulse width, I should say. Here you can adjust the mixing for oscillator 1 and 2 and add some noise. You can change the waveform, you can detune as well. Double click, of course, to reset it. You can change the waveform here. And therefore act on the pulse width. You can do cross modulation as well, which is great. So between oscillator 1 and 2. You can do envelope amount on pitch, on pulse width as well. You can act on adding harmonics for the bright controls here. You can add a pulse width offset. You can do hard syncing there. And you can also set it to step for different type of adjustment. Then here you have option for your band, and also vibrato rate as well. And also you can affect the envelope for the filter and amplitude in terms of response to velocity. course, here we can adjust the cutoff. At the moment, it's set as a low-pass filter. We can adjust the resonance. We can adjust also the influence from the envelope here. Add some decay. Change the curvature. Less attack. Maybe some release. Maybe here on the amplitude. So it lasts a little bit longer. Add some sustain, which would be great. Maybe a little bit less. And then, of course, you can act on the modulation LFO, right? You can adjust the rate here, the frequency, amount, pulse width, amount. You can change the type of waveform here. You can then decide where you want to act it on, filter on the oscillator. So you can have a lot of fun, as you can imagine. But, you know, this gives you quite a nice, you know, feeling in terms of that vintage sound. Oh, great sound. And very responsive, of course, so which is great. Okay, so let's try a few more presets. Why not? Let's go back to the arpeggio. Here on this preset you have the section here modulating pulse width. Superb. You can create really, really nice vintage tracks with this amazing synth. I hope you enjoyed the short demonstration and quick tutorial, and as always, see you next time. Bye.